Hey guys, Dragon25 here, and happy October, everyone! So for the month of October, I am going to be playing through Fatal Frame 5, Maiden of Black Water. Now, unlike Fatal Frame 4, which I did for October some Octobers ago, this one is actually fully translated and actually published, well, released in the United States. Because there was such a high demand for this game when Nintendo first announced it, and they didn't bring over 4 because they thought it was such a niche thing that they wouldn't make any money off of it. So, other than being October and the spooky month, another reason why I'm doing this is because I don't really have a fan, but someone that likes to watch me play scary games, especially the Fatal Frame series, which they like really much. They've seen me play through 1, 2, 3, and 4 here and there. So I thought that I might as well just do this for that person. For those who are wondering, that person, you know who you are. So I'm going to be loading up my old save file, which technically I got through the first ending, but then this came up, so I'm like, well, I kind of beat the game because the credits rolled afterwards. But I will be going back and replaying through the story mode. So, Chapter 1, Prologue. And I will be stopping, like, if I pick up like any like lore kind of stuff, I am going to be pausing for like 1 second and then continuing on. So if you want to read it, you can just pause the video so you can read it. The vicinity of Mount Hikami, people have been mysteriously disappearing without trace. One such girl is Miyu Hinazaki. She awakens to find herself in an old, half-flooded building. Now, Miyu Hinazaki, she is actually the daughter of the protagonist from the first Fatal Frame game, Miku Hinazaki. Okay, water and hair. Alright, it's established already! Jeez! And then there she is, Miyu. Now, as for the themes behind these games, the first one was, I think it was focused around, like, ropes. The second, or rope strangulation, or, you know, rope bondage or whatever. The second one dealt with identical twins. Ooh, spooky. The third one dealt with survivor's guilt, which, you know, if there's like a terrible plane crash and there's like a whole bunch of people and everyone died except for one person, they might have survivor's guilt, meaning like, why was the only one alive? Maybe I should have been better if I would have died with them and stuff like that. Fourth one dealt with, I'm not really sure. I mean, the whole premise behind it was like a disease a lunar disease caused by people to become warped and distorted and whatnot. Oh, man, look at those hoots, those cleavages. And then this one obviously deals with water or drowning. That's scripted, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't do anything about that. Oh, and if you hear a squeaking in the background, please don't pay attention to it if you can. That's just basically the rumble mechanisms inside the gamepad. Oh yeah, this is also for the Wii U. So if you hear any squeaking, it's most likely from the the rumble motors. I'm guessing they're getting pretty old, so they're making a noise now. Hoots. Yeah, this is definitely a Koei Tecmo game. There were a couple of times in this game that really got me. One, which I don't think I've ever triggered, but hopefully on this playthrough I will be able to. As we come to see our, I think, the main antagonist of the game, or if at least one of them. Well, it's definitely the main antagonist for the main character. Lots and lots of water. Water and drowning. When that chick from The Grudge get here. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Has disappeared. No one could hear her cries for help as she was sealed into a shrine on top of a mountain. That mountain is where the events of this story take place. We follow the fates of 3 people: Yuri, Ren, and Miu. It is a terrifying tale of the supernatural. Fatal Frameru Fiberdes, Maiden of the Kuro Mizu. Something like that. Blackwater. Okay, so one of the things I don't really like in this game as much as the others is that the others had a flow. It flowed right into the next chapter with like a title card, but here you just pick what episode you want to do. So, and I have beaten it, so I have unlocked nightmare mode, but I am not gonna do that. Maybe I'll do that on my own. Yeah, that's right. Before you start an episode, you can take the points that you've that you've gotten through other episodes, and you can get items at the start. But since this one is a pretty easy, like you have like no danger in the first drop, so I'm just gonna start with no extra items. Yuri Kozukata. And if you didn't know, that this game, being on the Wii U, has a different way you handle the camera obscura.
I thought that I'd be scared.
Which is, for those who don't know, is your weapon.
But I can't
You take
even
pictures
hide.
of ghosts.
I am alone. In the end, I am alone. I will end it all. Alone.
Yuri?
Huh?
What we're looking for should be in here. This is an excellent
Yep,
chance
this is
for you to take
definitely a Koei Tecmo game.
Here, take
A
this.
bunch of big-breasted Japanese girls that might possibly be
This
underage.
is a camera obscura.
That's what they're known
Let you
for,
see the unseen,
pretty much.
including the clues that will help you find what we're here for. This is
I
your
mean, just look at
opportunity, your first
the
case.
Dead or Alive series. And not to mention their spin-off title,
I'm sure you'll do
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Let's start with a little practice. It works exactly like a normal
Okay,
camera.
so yeah, this is tutorial.
Give it a
This
try.
is tutorial
Hold
episode.
up the camera. The camera obscura photographs the netherworld, a whole other world separate from our own. That world that we see through the lens is not unlike the afterworld. Make sure not to draw too much interest from the things you see. If you aren't careful, you might be drawn into the netherworld. Things around here seem to have changed. Take this. It's a token. It will help lead you to what we're looking for.
Now, one of the more helpful features in this game, they will
But be sure to stay in your guard. Go on and head inside.
they will show it a little bit later on.
This is a postmortem photograph. It's not just a normal photograph.
Okay, so I had to go through this segment before I started recording just to see if everything will work. So I kind of know where everything is and where to go and stuff like
But
that.
it seems that this photo came from somewhere around here, and he wants us to see where we can find it.
I think the time I went through this before recording, I missed one of those photograph opportunities. Just because it happened so fast, and I wasn't really expecting it since it's been it's been a time, it's been like a few months, several months that I've played this game. Especially this opening one, so didn't know where everything was, technically.
Yuri, wait. I can sense something.
Okay, so
It's
this
called
is
a
what I was
trace.
talking about. It basically
shadow
tells
of the
you
past. The token is
where
showing
your
you the way.
objective path is.
These traces can lead you to the right path. Let's follow that shadow.
Okay, she won't let me go up there. Remember, you can pause this if you want to read it. Yeah, so it's just basically, you know, like, almost like kind of jump scares are basically things that are pointing you to where you need to go. So you can get extra points to upgrade your camera or your the many lenses that you'll get.
Maybe it's in this room. It appears we need a key. Try using the camera obscura.
Okay, so what she's talking about is some doors are going to be locked by spirit, like by a powerful presence. So basically, you take a picture of it and it'll show you where you need to go in order to solve the puzzle.
Yuri, you go on ahead of me and look for the key to the door. I'll wait for
Yeah,
you.
sure. And then this keeps from the previous game of collecting items. And this also tells you if you pick up like a key or something, it'll tell you where you need to use it. Alright, that doll's staring at me. It wasn't staring that way before. Yeah, for the reason that they do that with the items is because sometimes a ghost will try and attack you as like a jump scare.
It's somewhere in this room. Take a look around. Hold on. There's something there. this is what we came here for. We shouldn't stay here any longer than we need to.
You're right.
Let's head back before it gets dark.
Okay.
Yes, and doors will close by themselves. Except for that one. That one's special.
Yuri, searching for objects like we did just now might be easy, but searching for people is much more difficult. Psychometry allows you to see the psychic imprint as a shadow. Never follow after the shadow of someone who has been spirited away. You might end up seeing something you wish you hadn't.
Okay, good. I got him just before he disappeared. Yeah, that was the one I missed the last time I went through here. Just because I just barely saw him, and apparently he disappears really quick. To our first fight. So the game's just saying he has to grab you. Where was she in all this? We didn't see her get attacked.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought you here.
And there's another thing that's going to be with this game. Your character is always going to be wet. There's even a special special bar for that, or a gauge. This is another one of the protagonists.
Mr. Hojo? Hisoka came by a little while ago.
Oh, Hisoka. What did she want?
She found the photo book.
Well, hello.
Yeah. Take a look.
Androgynous person? I know he really looks like a guy, but with Koei Tecmo, you can't tell. Especially if they're, like, going in their teen years or pre-teens. Can't really tell. Greed. Oh, good. I start out with a C, and then when I went back to do it again, I got a B, and now I got an A. I don't know. I don't really know how I can get an S or an S plus. It's like if I rush through the entire thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't really understand how. And now do it for the first couple of chapters. We're getting on our way.